Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's record it for anybody that can't be here.
Recording in progress.
Good morning. So this is a quick little bonus for fearlessness, that there might be some growing intensity in the summer moments here. And I was thinking about the placebo effect. I was thinking about how even if we can simply take a moment to feel like we're doing something for ourselves, for the situation. And there's sort of a, pardon this, half-assed version of, well, I'm supposed to take this, so I'll try it out. Yep, and that's an iffy outcome. But if there's something that I think, okay, I know that I have poison ivy, I know that I'm really itchy, and I know that if I put direct dish soap on poison ivy, it will help to dry it out. And this will get better. Like, I'm not just doing something random. I have something in particular that I'm doing to address this situation. Even if it doesn't make the itching better, at least I know that I'm addressing it in a way that's like specific to the moment. And I think that that's very powerful. And so I have definitely had some. The ride is a big ride right now. And I love having a kriya that I can go to that says that's for this situation. And whether or not that's true, it helps me. And it helps me feel like I'm addressing this. And I know that it is. And so I'm really grateful to be able to share it out. So whatever it is in your world that requires a little extra juice, a little extra care, something that says, apply this here for this reason. It's all good. That's what we're doing. So we're going to tune in, put your palms together, sit up tall, find your seat. And the card that I pulled this morning as I finished my practice was celebrate. So in the midst of the turmoil, celebrate. Celebrate like the answer's already here, because it's all here. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to all of it. And if you don't want to do the mantra with me, just rub your palms and lightly whisper, I am home. I am home. I am here. Inhaling. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Hands and knees, pad your knees if you need to. It's going to be a real quick, short warm-up because the kriya itself takes care of the rest. So cat-cow. Start by rounding your back and wagging your tail. Keep your head heavy. Keep your head heavy. Keep your hips moving. Keep your head heavy, round, and let your head move side to side. Let your tail move side to side. Oh, we made it. We arrived. We arrived. Drop your belly, lift your heart. Inhale there and exhale round. What's up? In and out. 10 times. Your pace, your breath. And 9. You'll keep this movement, but turn your left thumb to point forward. Turn your left fingers to turn towards 9 o'clock if they were on a clock. And keep moving. And maybe the spine starts to open and it gets a little lighter. You may work there, or turn your left fingertips back. Turn your left thumb to point to 9 o'clock. so that my hands are like that on the mat, and I'm opening through the left palm and the forearm and the shoulder, and we will be in the hands today. And so opening here is really helpful just for 3, because we hold things in our hands and they close and they tighten all the way up to the shoulder and the head. And turn your fingertips forward, and now turn your right thumb to point forward and your right fingers point to 3 o'clock. And you try to draw your hands apart and it opens the base of the neck. Work there, or turn your right fingers again. So your right thumb turns right. Your right fingertips turn back towards your knee. And you're moving now to open your right palm, right wrist, right forearm, all the way up behind your ear and down your back. All the things we're holding onto. 3. 2. And turn it forward and circle. So big circles in the hips, big circles in the head, just for 3. Keep that rounding as you go back, keep arching as you come forward. Let it take a new shape, let it get a little bit bigger and reverse direction. So that it's out through the back, so that it's up through the front, so you start to feel the sides. 3. Yep. 2. And then fold towards child. And as you do, drum your fingers like you were very impatient. And then make fists and open, and that will relieve any tension in your wrists. And as you're ready, hands go back flat, hands, knees, tuck, toes down, dog. And now wag your dog. You can walk it with the heels moving. You can keep your heels steady and wag it with just the hips moving. Drop your head, go for 3. Go for 2. And find center. And we'll put it together just by going to hands and knees, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out. On the inhale, lift to hands, knees. On the exhale, press back. On the inhale, hands, knees. On the exhale, press back. Rock it out side to side. And again, on the inhale, rising up and pressing back. Stay for a breath. Good. Hands and knees. Take your right hand out, your right thumb up, and be stable. Take your left heel back and be stable, navel to spine, elbow to knee. So exhale, bring it in, and inhale, send it out. Exhaling in and inhaling out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Navel is strong and steady. Holding out. Good. And setting down. Widen your knees, toes together, child's pose, and step it over to the left. So both hands move to the left. And a little wag of the tail, dropping the right shoulder. Wag the tail, wag the tail, wag the tail. And come into the center. Good, knees under the hips. Tuck your toes under. Left hand out, thumb up. Right heel back. Navel up into the body so that it's not swaying. Tuck your chin, and then elbow to knee. Inhale out. So as you bring your elbow to knee, the navel can rise into the spine, and keep that even as you extend back out. Navel to spine the whole time. Navel to spine is a quality of stability for the skeletal system, keeping our pelvis in line so that we don't sway the back and drop our energy out the pelvis, but we keep it steady. 3, 2, and this sets the shoulder girdle. 1, stay. Press down, navel up, Hands down, knees wide, toes together. Fold back and walk over to the right. And the left arm is out and the left hip is back. And a little bit side to side. And a little bit side to side. Wag your tail. Wag your tail. Ah. Then bring it all the way back up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take your blanket in, fold it aside if you used it so that your mat is clear, and step your left foot up to turn to the right. Fingertips to the floor. And if you need blocks, block your hands. Or you can just bring your hands up, and you're just going to move from side to side a little bit. Right? So you're sealing the outer edge of your feet to the floor. Yes. And as I bend my left knee, I press into the outside edge of the right foot. And as I bend my right foot, I press into the outer edge. And go for 3. 2. Yep. And keep your left knee bent and pause. Walk your hands a little closer, send your left hip back. And just give yourself time to lengthen through the inner thigh. Send your tail back, your crown long. So reach out the top of your head and reach out through the back like you were sitting on a wall behind you. And just a little pulse, a little tiny bend in the left knee. Just drop and rise. It'll get a little feisty in the left hip. And then come up and out and walk across to the right side. Bend your right side knee. So sit the seat back and the crown tall, navel to spine. And the little tiny pulse, like you were just wagging that right side hip, so you're not holding tension, but you're building a little fire, a little light, and lift it up. Good. And then turn your toes in a step and walk your hands back a step. Elbows wrap in, head drops down, a little wag of the tail now. So you're alternating that little press of the hip, little wag, little wag, little wag, little wag, and then walk your hands forward, turn your heels in, drop your seat, stand up tall, open it out. Good. Bend your right knee, left hand down. Unfold. Bend your left knee, right hand down. So you're just making the movement a little bit bigger. And you're starting to revolve. Can you watch your top hand? Bend your knee, take your seat back, reach your crown forward. So put it together. And that little wag of the tail, that little heat in the hip goes back, and then it comes forward. And the hip goes back, and it comes forward. And as the hip goes back, the crown goes tall, the chin turns, the gaze looks up. 5. 4. Open the arms wide. 3. 2. Excellent. 1. Hands to hips. Right away, we're going to step our feet. Hip distance, hands on thighs. My feet are actually almost the width of the mat. Round your back and arch your back. Round and arch. And so this is the entrance to the kriya. Inhale, exhale. Super simple. And when it starts, for me, it's very sticky. Like, I don't want to be here and I don't want to do this. Right? This is exactly, it's like dinner with in-laws and you go, oh no, I don't want to do this. And so what we're building here, what we're building through this whole sequence is a mentality, a state of mind of neutrality. So get into it. Really come to the table. Close your eyes. What needs to change in your body so that this can start to be accessible? Now, if this is really impossible for you, bring it down and move cat-cow right here. And that's totally acceptable, right? Sit at the part of the table where you can have a good conversation, but stay there. So we're going to be here another minute and a half, so just settle in. Because really it's the last 15 seconds that are the most rewarding. Close your eyes, I'm going quiet. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. See what you can do, even though it might be what you would have chosen. necessarily softening or gripping. Just keep making your way. There's actually many, many options in the body. How you're standing in your feet, how you're holding your hips, back through the seat and out through the crown, how it's affecting the shoulders and the face. 20 seconds. Five, four, three, two. Big inhale, arch the back. Wag the tail, press your thighs away, lift the heart. And then exhale, stand tall. Building the base, building the relationship between your pelvis, your hips, your feet, your home. Shake out your feet. And now your feet are just wider than hip distance and your hands are on your hips. Wag your tail, wag your shoulders, get your frosting on. And then a circle. My knees are soft. And then smooth out the breath. See if you can inhale across the back, exhale across the front. And the work here is right down in the abdomen. We'll go 2 minutes in one direction and 2 minutes in the other direction. Again, building a neutral state of mind. It's not a big deal. So make the movement something that rewards you and that you can have equanimity with. The eyes are closed, or if it makes you dizzy, set your gaze on one point. You'll coast to the top. Your inner ear fluid will be moving, so we let it settle. And then you reverse and smooth it out and drop right in. Fear is a response to the unknown. And in this kriya, we just sort of put ourselves in the unknown, but it's a very silly, absurd little unknown. I don't know, I'm rolling around in a torso circle. And it's okay. And so I start to recalibrate my nervous response that the unknown isn't necessarily dangerous. So claim this space. I don't know about this, that's great. See what you can do to be okay in I don't know. This place you wouldn't have chosen for yourself, make the most of it. It has a gift for you. Maybe the unknown becomes a little more familiar and becomes a little playful. Seconds. Where else does it need to go? How are you asymmetrical here? Left side, right side, front, back, top, bottom, even it out. So you don't want it to end. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Coast slowly to a stop. The dizziness is the inner ear fluid. Let it settle. Feel through the abdomen the way we've massaged all the inner organs. Wag your tail. Get your dance pants on. so that you can bring it down to a seat. And there's this new band of fluidity around the mid-low body. And when you sit, and you can sit on a chair, you can sit on a bolster. If you're on a chair, put your heels right under your knees. And then make your hands into fists with your thumb over the front of the fingers. And then the fists are in front, like you could make this sound, and you turn left, turn right. Be gentle when you begin. We're here for 2 minutes. So start softly. Close your eyes, sit tall. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Keep your attention on what you're doing. Feel the sensation of your body, and then the rhythm of your breathing. "20 seconds, a little bigger. Rinsing through the abdomen, emptying out the liver, the place in which we hold anger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take your hands up high, make little cups. Inhale up. And then hold and gather up to the navel and up to the heart and up to the head. You'll lift your chin, breathe out the top. Elbows down, hands down, sit tall, notice. What if fear was a gift? Something like resistance training. Here is the unknown. And if you trust yourself, a little at a time, the unknown becoming known, we grow, we expand, and we strengthen. Stay very, very calm in the mind. Notice this, I did that and I'm okay. I'm better for it. Put your right hand down, your left hand up, open and close your hands, roll your wrist, reach, and then change sides. Plant your left, reach your right, roll your wrist, open, close your fist. So this connective tissue, move a little side to side, runs through your palm, through your forearm, all the way through your upper arm, through your chest, and around your heart. So when we have tension in our hands, we have also tension through the chest and around the heart. Hands are open and then closed. Open, close, inhale, exhale. Super simple, but it's 3.5 minutes. It's super simple and it's going to be here. So this is option 1. When you need to, shake it out. And again, you can open it up side to side, will help a lot, because this is option 2 and this is option 3. See how my palms turn towards each other, my thumbs turning back. It drives my shoulders down my back. Draw your navel back. Use everything you've got. Go slowly. There'll be a moment when it feels like your forearms are on fire. You are releasing the tension of the things you've been holding, literally holding in your hands. And the way that the things that you hold in your hands become a way you hold your heart. There's a rigidity. Long, deep breathing. Let go of the hands and the breath. And long, deep breathing. Close your eyes. When I am afraid, I get angry. And so right here, I can feel the anger want to rise. As my hands ache, as my arms ache, I get angry. Some of us quit. Some of us numb out, like, oh, this is stupid, right? Awesome. Just notice what's going to start to show up, and then deepen your breathing, soften your face. We're building neutrality. We're creating a choice, an option, a new response, so that when our world is intense, we can soften. Let's go. 2 more minutes right here. Keep your attention on your emotional reply to the physical experience. Keep softening your emotional reply to the physical experience. The hint of a smile goes a long way. What's your reply? The action, whatever's going on in the body is not the point. The point here, what you are building, the stamina you're creating, is equanimity in reply. 10 seconds. Inhale, make little cups go up. Hold that and gather up to the navel, and gather up to the heart, and gather up to the head, and pause. Little shimmy, loosen it all, keep the breath, loosen it all. Up, 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 lift your chin, breathe out, hands down. And just notice, totally still, totally at ease. You are absolutely limitless. Good. So again, make a fist, elbows in, fists in, and then straight out. Little in, little out. This is inhale, this is exhale. 3 minutes. Just settle in, close your eyes. Again, if you get stuck, that's side to side, one hand down. This is where you want to go, and then come back in. And just notice what's your immediate response. Like, oh my God, right? That's awesome. Melt it down. Alchemy. Change the response to what you want it to be. There will be things all day today that will elicit this response. The gold is when you can break it down and make it into, oh really? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Neutrality is your superpower. Make sure that your shoulders stay soft. Your arms can swing in and out. That it's opening the upper back as much as it's reaching out through the chest. You're not generating rigidity. You're generating light. Halfway there. If it's making the back of your neck absolutely crazy, then you're working too hard. You're trying for an A. Just soften. You already have an A. Just soften. Let it dance out. Let it rock out a little bit if it needs to. You're not generating tension. You're generating freedom. Shake out whatever gets tight. Jaw, face. 20 seconds. Hands out, hands up. Inhale, go. Hold that. Up from the pelvic floor to the navel, to the heart, to the head. Ready? Up, out the head. Exhale, hands down. Roll your wrists. Okay? So thumbs roll down, thumbs roll back. You're rolling. Zach, can you get it all the way out into the arms, all the way out into the shoulders. Put your wrists together, the backs of the hands, rolling, rolling, rolling. And we're going to reverse. Bring your fingers in and back and roll them towards you. And then let the hands come apart and roll through the fingers, closing to a fist and opening for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, notice your hands, your heart. An equanimity. It's done. Whatever it was. A celebration, alchemy, hateful, whatever it was, it's done. Focus on this equanimity. It all passes. We always bend up back here. Don't carry whatever that was, don't carry it forward. Set it down and come to stand. So again, you're going to make little fists. And the fists sit at your shoulders and you sit your tail back and you stand up tall. That's it. Sit it down, stand it up. And by having your fists right here, they're as drawn back as you can, which means that the front is open, the back is open. It's like you're picking something up, like if you were doing kettlebells, right? And then that squat, just a minute more, can be really small and gentle, That squat can sit you right to your heels. That's entirely up to you. Inhale up, exhale down. That many, many times we can have a byproduct to a stressful environment. And we just want to move through anything that came up. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more time, you're going to sit down, stand up, and 3 breaths right here. It's going to have turmoil and you're going to let it out. And again, you're just gathering in whatever shows up and you're breathing it out. Neutrality, neutrality, neutrality. In the neutrality, you have infinite options. In anger, you only have angry options. In sadness, you have sad options. So bring yourself to neutral so that everything is an option. Wagtail. Little hop, little shake so that you're not carrying anything around. Especially not your vanity. Don't carry your vanity around. Make sure that everybody would be able to see your pants dance. And bring it down to the floor, sit it down. I have been worried about my daughter all week as she's backpacking, and I feel so much better right now. That's what it's for, right? What are we carrying? What are we carrying? To calm all of it, we use the mouth. So Sitali breath. Sitali breath means I'm going to roll my tongue. I'm going to show you. And you breathe in through that rolled tongue. And then you put it right behind your teeth and you breathe out your nose. Now, that's a genetic possibility. It's not a skill. So if you can't roll your tongue, breathe in through your cheeks. Close your eyes, slow it down. Close your eyes and slow it down. You are cooling. When we get worked up, we get hot. When we get thirsty, we get worked up. When we get hungry, we get worked up. So Sitali is calming. You can feel how your mouth begins to cool. And we're here 3 more minutes. See if you can go in a count of 3 or 4 and out an equal count. In for 4, out for 4. Close your eyes. And put out the fires. Breathing in, you fill from the base to the ribs, to the collarbones. Breathing out, you empty collarbones, ribs, base. Feel the mouth growing cooler. The breath very, very smooth. You may feel your spine grow a little taller, the posture becoming a little more precise. The heart up, the chin lightly in, the spine extending tall as you breathe. Soften your face. 1 more minute. And a last inhale. And all the way out the nose. And put your hands behind you and let your feet out. Let your feet move. Let your knees move. Let your tail move. And then you let yourself start to melt out through the base, into the ribs, into the shoulders, out through the hands. So you got 3 minutes to move in any way that your system needs to move. And that might mean that maybe you shake one leg out. Because for some people, they're totally content to just, follow, I'll do that for 7 minutes, no problem. I'll pump my fists around because I have instructions and I'll follow it. But this instructionless place, you're killing me, right? I want to be told what to do. And then the people who hate being told what to do right now, they're like, and all the stuff we're carrying around and moving it. And you can go absolutely anywhere because right now no one cares what you're up to. Nobody's watching you. You can stand up. You can fold down. You can go where you need to go. So ruffly shirts when you replay are the way to go. Get yourself moving. And how it changes your breathing, how it changes your body. You're looking to move into the places that you haven't been in a long time or ever. You can roll your hands, do it all around. Yada, bada, bada. You got 30 seconds. Because there'll be parts of today that just don't make any sense. They don't have any organization. Can you get in with them? Like, holy cow, didn't think this was going to happen. All right, but I'm with it. I'm going because there's power here and there's light here. And I'm going to find it all and I'm going to wag my tail. And there's sound. There's no way that you can do this quietly. I can't do it quietly. 5, 4, get it, 3, 2, because we're going to close it down and pause and feel what that has done. To be without whatever you were holding. And then we gather in, because right now I don't want to go into the day like this. I'm all discombobulated. Find kneeling. If kneeling doesn't work, you can sit on a chair, because what's important here is that we're going to fold hands on thighs. So if I was seated in a chair, my heels are under my knees. If you need to, sit on a block, which is perfect. We're going to count 4, exhale down, inhale 4, up, stay up for a count of 2. So in 2 and out. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, act. Exhale, 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 exhale. In, pause. 1, 2, we go. Close your eyes. Bring it up. And pause. And fold. You are very, very organized. You are very, very regal right here. Your sovereignty. 3 minutes. An attitude of appreciation, of simplicity. Nothing else is asked of you right now. Stay right here. One minute, a quality of reverence that we're bowing. One more. And just remain upright in that quiet. Build your cross-legged seat. Last place to go, right to the top of the head. And as you cross your legs and you sit up tall, if you're seated in a chair, just stay in the chair, interlacing your fingers. Your thumbs point down. They go behind you at the base of your skull, your thumbs down the side of your neck, your shoulders are low. There's no force. Heart lightly up. Use your hands to lift and lengthen the back of the neck, lift and lengthen the armpits. And then close your eyes and long, deep breathing. There's nothing more. But with the hands in this posture and with the arms in this shape, you'll begin to activate the energy of the upper triangle, the throat, the head, and the crown. So your inhale goes from the base to the ribs, to the collarbones, exhaling out the collarbones, the ribs, and the base, filling from the bottom to the top, and emptying from the top to the bottom, eyes closed. Just 2 minutes right here. Notice the sensation, the activation. This starts to invite. And when it gets a little racy, or if it gets boring, bring your attention to your breath. Fill from the base to the middle to the top, out the top, the middle to the base. When the breath is regulated, bring your attention to the sensation. These are your two options. The sensation is heating, activating. The breath is cooling, regulating. So find exactly the temperature between heated and cooled that feels neutral to you. Drop your shoulders, soften your face. When it gets loud, settle into the breath. Last place here, going into the unknown. Stay regulated, stay neutral, stay neutral. Keep resetting, 30 seconds, keep resetting. Keep releasing, releasing. What am I carrying? What am I igniting? Drop the shoulders, soften the face, 10 seconds. So that you could reach your hands up high, up, up, up. Last time, a little shimmy, keep the breath, loosen the hips, the ribs, the jaw, the chin, the hands, up, 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 up. Lift your chin, breathe out, hands down, palms open. Notice, I am limitless. I am building my capacity to be unconstrained. Letting the sensation rise naturally all the the way, through the body, through the face, through the head, right to the top of the head and out beyond. Now you may stay seated or absolutely lie back. Just 3 minutes. Let the first few breaths be full, like putting up a great sail to catch a great wind. And the little boat of your body is absolutely effortless, being carried by this sail of breath. And once you've left the harbor, release the image of the sail, release the effort of the breath, and see where you go. Anytime you get lost, hoist your sail, deepen your breath. Relax the boat of your body, and then let it all go. Deepen your breathing. Hoist your sail. Turn towards home. Reach your hands overhead even if you're seated. into the body. Walk your feet in. If you're seated, put your feet flat. Hold your shins. A little round to the back. Loosen the knees and the hips. And bring your palms together and the soles of your feet and rub them. Excellent. And then bring yourself up back to your seat. Return. And sweep wide and high and arrive. Bring your palms together and bring it right down the middle and just zip that line. Infinite to finite. Bring it back to the ground. Inhale up. Palms together. Bring your thumbs right to the center of your heart. Right here. Long sat, short nam, I am this. I bow to it all. Inhale. Sat nam. Sat nam, I see myself. Namaste. I see you. Thank you so much for your trust, for daring to show up, for trying it out. Take it with you when you get stuck. The replay will be there up on YouTube and Vimeo. Such a remarkable way to remind ourselves that the fear is simply an unknown space. Or the fear is a response to something we thought was going to go one way, but it went another way, and I don't like the way that it went. And so when we can remain neutral, we can see that there are so many more options around the circumstance that we could shift it. That it could shift for us, that it could be with us, that it could be a gift, that it's all right, here we go. And it's going to change no matter what. It's going to change. And so stay in this space as much as you can. Your neutrality is your superpower. And if you like, that was the half. All the times were half. On Tuesday, I'm going to run the full sequence. You can come if you want. Doors open. Same link. So this link for Thursday, that'll be the link for Tuesday. If you want to come play, come play. That's it. It's no weird sell job. I'm going to be here doing it up. But it does mean, some of these are going to be 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes. And it's just a chance to say, what would that be like? What would it be like to stay in that situation and be okay with it? That's all. So feel free to unmute, say hi, say goodbye. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye, Margie.
Bye.